Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our basketball summer camp. Come on out and shoot a little round ball with us. It is Thursday night, time for Bible basketball. We're going to give our players a chance to come on into the building. So, as they're coming in the building, we're going to give them a little time as they're coming in. All right. So, come on in the building. Everybody, come on in. Shoot around with a little b-ball. Come on in the room. Time to play a little basketball. Shoot around with the Word of God. Come on in the room. Learn how to dribble a little bit. Learn how to shoot a little bit. Work on your skills. We got some skillful players, so come on in to Thursday night Bible basketball. Been a wonderful week this week. Been a really wonderful week this week. Been doing a lot of things, so thank the Lord for all that's been going on this week. He's been showing His miracle working power, His provisions for us. Good evening to my cousin Shirley. God bless you this evening, cousin Shirley. All right, God bless you. God bless you, Bishop Granberry. God bless you this evening, my brother. God bless you. All right, welcome to another evening of Bible basketball. We're going to get our shooting on. We're going to work with this thing. So we're going to give a few more minutes for our players to come in. Then we're going to get started with our Bible basketball this evening. All right. Thank you, cousin Shirley. Thank you very much. We all need blessings. Yes, and I definitely need His blessing upon me. Yes, I do. All right. Good evening to our First Lady, my beautiful wife. God bless you this evening, First Lady. She's feeling well enough to get with us. All right. Bishop said he ready. All right then, Bishop. We're going to go on and get started. You ready? Then we're going to get this thing started. The Bishop said he's ready. All right. So if everybody's ready, then we're going to start off over here in Psalms chapter 8. And if we're going to move quickly through Psalms chapter 8. All right, we're going to move from Psalms 8 to 19 to 23. So let's move over here to the book of Psalms chapter 8, and let's bring up our questions. And here comes our questions from the book of Psalms chapter 8. Our first question says, this is excellent in all the earth. A, nature. B, the marvels of creation. C, the name of the Lord. Or D, mind integrity. What is excellent in all the earth? Nature, the marvels of creation, the name of the Lord, or mind integrity. All right, First Lady jumped off and took off down the court with his name. His name is excellent in all the earth. Down the court she goes with the name of the Lord, and the bishop steals it from her, headed back the other way with the marvels of creation. Down the court, the bishop goes with the marvel of creation, but he got it stolen by cousin Shirley, who's going back the other way with the name of the Lord? Are you going to let them get away with that, Bishop? Or are you going to steal it back with the name of the Lord? Cousin Shirley went between her legs and passed it back to the First Lady. They are determined with the name of the Lord. Is this a slam dunk with the name of the Lord? The name of the Lord is excellent in all the earth. Is that correct? That is correct. The name of the Lord is excellent in all the earth. Excellent show of skills for a slam dunk. All right, let's head on down the court with the next question. Good evening. There come Pastor White. All right, good evening to you, Pastor White. Next question said, out of the mouths of these has thou ordained strength. Out of the mouth of what? Now, come on, y'all know these here. A, babes. B, lions. C, adders. D, mine enemies. The First Lady jumped up right away and said, out of the mouth of babes has thou ordained strength. Down the court she go with babes. Maybe somebody see something different. And she passes it to her cousin Shirley. Cousin Shirley passes to Pastor White, who goes between his leg, behind his back, and they're all over the place. And he passes it back to cousin Shirley, who passes it back to Pastor White. He, out of the mouth of babes has thou ordained strength. And Bishop stole it. There go the Bishop the other way with lions. The Bishop said, out of the mouth of lions. Down the court, the Bishop goes with lions. Can they catch him? And the First Lady caught him, and she heads back the other way with babes. Down the court she goes with babes, and she passes it to the pastor. The Bishop got with him. The Bishop got with the pastor, and the Bishop passes it back to the pastor, and the pastor passes the cousin Shirley, who passes it back to the pastor. Is this a slam? That's a slam dunk. Way to get with them, Bishop. Excellent show of skills there for a flying 360 slam. All right, let's head on down the court with the next question. He said, the heavens, the moon, and the stars are what? A, God's nightlight. B, a map. C, the work of God's fingers. Or D, a sea of light. The heavens, the moon, and the stars are what? God's nightlight, a map, the work of God's fingers, or a sea of light. All right. What are they? First Lady, I don't know what she said. She said ordained. I don't know where that's coming from, but down the court, here comes the pastor. He said the work of God's fingers, and he passes it to the First Lady, who passes it back to the pastor. Pastor passes it to Bishop. Bishop passes to cousin Shirley. Cousin Shirley passes it back to the pastor, who goes between his legs and behind his back. He is determined to slam it with the work of God's fingers. All right, the pastor goes and he passes it to the First Lady. Down the court she goes with it. Is this another slam? Is it the work of God's fingers? The heaven, the moon, the stars? That is correct. Those are the work of God's fingers. Excellent show of skills for another slam dunk. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with the next question. He said, God has made man a little lower than what? A, wisdom. B, sunshine. C, the angels. Or D, the heavens. Come on, y'all, some heavy hitters. God has made man a little lower than what? Wisdom, sunshine. The angels are heaven. There go the First Lady, took off down the court, and she said angels. And she passes it to cousin Shirley with angels. Down the court they go with angels. Does somebody see something different? Is this a slam with angels, or is they going to get it slowly? There go the Bishop, steals it with wisdom. Down the court the Bishop goes with wisdom, and he's moving fast. Can the pastor catch him? The pastor caught him with angels. The pastor caught him and going back the other way with angels. Is he going to make it? And he passes it to the First Lady. Down the court the First Lady goes with angel, and cousin Shirley says slam it. And she came in for the slam. Is that correct? That is correct, as Pastor White comes in for the slam. Angels. Excellent show of skills. All right, let's head on down the court with the next question. He said, God crowned man with this. What did God crown man with? A, wisdom. B, strength. C, glory and honor. Or D, gold and rubies. What did God crown man with? Wisdom, strength, glory and honor, or gold and rubies. And there go the First Lady, takes off down the court, say glory and honor. Down the court she go with glory and honor, but she got it stolen by the pastor. The pastor says wisdom. Down the court he goes with wisdom. Can they catch him? And here come Cousin Shirley catches him and go back the other way with glory and honor. But the pastor steals it back and passes it right away to the bishop. The pastor and the bishop are headed down the court with wisdom. Can somebody catch him? And here comes the first lady, catches him and goes back the other way with glory and honor. They're going at it. Is they gonna catch her? She goes down the court with glory and honor. Down the court, and the pastor's laughing. And she passes to Cousin Shirley with glory and honor. And the pastor comes back and steals it again with wisdom. He's going with wisdom. But here come the first lady back with glory and honor. There come the pastor and the bishop back with wisdom. But here comes the first lady at the second with glory and honor, and that is correct. As the first lady and Cousin Shirley go with glory and honor, that is correct. God has crowned man with glory and honor. All right, that was a good show of skills on that one there. All right, let's move on. That's the end of that chapter. Let's move on to chapter 19. Let's move to chapter 19 over here. Right quick, let's move to chapter 19 in our Bible basketball. Chapter 19. Let's go there. Everybody, we're going to move to chapter 19. All right. And if everyone has gotten their drink of water and everything, he said, way to go. Way to go, first lady. All right. Chapter 19. Here we go. Anybody know anything about Psalms 19? If not, here we go. We're going to learn a little bit about it. Here comes our questions from Psalms 19. Said, the heavens declare this. The heavens declare A, the glory of God. B, the vast knowledge. C, the excellence of nature. D, sinners repent. What does the heaven declare? And the first lady took off right away and said the glory of God, and she passes it to the bishop with the glory of God. Down the court, the bishop and the first lady go with the heavens declare the glory of God. And here comes Sister Glenzie. Good evening, Sister Glenzie. And Sister Glenzie passes it to Cousin Shirley, who passes it back to Sister Glenzie, and she passes it to Pastor White, who passes it back to Sister Glenzie, who passes it back to Pastor White. Down the court, they going back and forth between the pastor and Sister Glenzie with the glory of God. The heavens declare the glory of God. Is this a slam as Pastor White comes back in with the glory of God and the bishop gets in there at the last second? That is correct. The heavens declare the glory of God. Great show of skills and for a slam on that one there. Next question, let's head on down the court. It said the Lord is what? The Lord is A, hard, B, perfect, C, not comprehensible, or D, without question. Who gonna take off down the court on this one here? The Lord is what? Hard, perfect, not comprehensible, or without question. And there go the first lady, takes off down the court, and she said the law of the Lord is perfect. Down the court she goes with perfect, and she passes it to the pastor. He doubles between his leg behind his back with perfect, and he passes to Sister Glenzie, who passes it back to the pastor, and he passes it back to Sister Glenzie, who go between her leg behind her back, and she passes it to the bishop. The bishop passes it back to the first lady, and the first lady passes to Sister Melody. Good evening, Sister Melody. And she goes down the court with perfect. The Lord is perfect, and she passes it to Cousin Shirley. Down the court, Cousin Shirley goes with the Lord is perfect. Are we all in agreement, or does somebody see something different as she comes in for the slam? Y'all gonna let her slam that? The Lord is perfect. That is correct. Way to get in at the last second, Bishop. Great show of skills. The law of the Lord is perfect. All right, way to slam it. All right, next question. The next question said the testimony of the Lord will make the simple what? A, cry. B, laugh. C, wise. D, fall. The testimony of the Lord will make the simple do what? Cry, laugh, wise, or fall. Who go head down the court, and there go the first lady, jumps up right away and said, the testimony of the Lord will make the simple wise. Are we in agreement? And she passes to cousin Shirley with wise, who passes it to the pastor with wise. But here come the bishop. The bishop steals it and heads down the court with cry. But all of a sudden the first lady steals it from him and passes it back to the pastor, who passes it back to the first lady, back to the pastor. They go back and forth between the pastor and the first lady. Down the court they going with wise between the pastor and the first lady, and they pass it. They got it stolen by Sister Melody. Sister Melody going down the court with cry, but she got it stolen by Sister Glenzie, who said wise. Down the court she passes to cousin Shirley, who passes it to the pastor, back to Sister Glenzie, who passes it to the first lady. Down the court they going with wise. Down the court, Sister Glenzie and the first lady go with wise, and they passes it to cousin Shirley, who passes it to the pastor White with wise. Is this a slam dunk with wise? Yes, the testimony of the Lord will make the simple wise. Way to slam it on that. Great show of skills there. The testimony of the Lord will make the simple wise. That's what it did for Jesus and the disciples. They were asking the question, why in the world, how they know letters and they never went to school? They were wise. Everybody else looked at them as just simple. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with the next question, saying they are true and righteous. What is true and righteous? A, the wise. B, the simple. C, the firmament. D, the judgments of the Lord. What are they? Are true and righteous? Which one of these? The wise, the simple, the firmament, or the judgments of the Lord? What is true and righteous? And that the first lady takes off again down the court. She ain't scared to take off, and she takes off with judgment. She goes between her legs and behind her back and passes it to the cousin Shirley. Cousin Shirley passes it to Sister Melody. Down the court they go with judgment, and Sister Melody passes it back to the first lady, who passes it to the pastor. Down the court the pastor goes with judgments of the Lord, and he goes between his legs and passes it to Sister Glenzie. Down the court, Sister Glenzie come and go with judgment. She passes it back to the pastor, who passes it back to Sister Glenzie. First lady says slam it, and Sister Glenzie comes in for the slam. Is this a slam dunk? She doubled back with a slam, with a big slam. Is that correct? That is correct. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous. Way to slam it on that one there. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with the next question. It said, let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart do what? Come on, Pastor, you know this one. Let them A, come before God. B, be accepted in God's sight. C, sway sinners to repent. Or D, echo through the heavens. Come on now. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart do what? Come before God, be acceptable, sway sinners, or echo through the heaven. Who gonna take off down the court? And the first lady jumped in there ahead of the pastor and said, be acceptable. And the pastor got with her with acceptable. You tried, Pastor, but she beat you to it. And down the court, she passed it back to the pastor, who passed to Sister Glenzie. Sister Glenzie go between her legs and passes it back to the pastor, who passes it back to Sister Glenzie. Down the court, she go between her legs, twirling behind her back and everything. She is determined. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. Down the court she goes. Sister Melody got in on it with be acceptable. Down the court we're going with be acceptable. And Sister Glenzie comes back in for the slam. Is this a slam? That is correct. Let the meditations of my heart and the words of my mouth be acceptable in thy sight. Excellent show of skills on that one there. Way to slam it. All right, let's get ready to move on down the court. Now we're moving to Psalms chapter 23. Psalms 23. We're dealing with David here in Psalms. So let's move on over here to Psalms 23. What are presumptuous sayings? We got a question. We got to halt All right, while y'all getting a water break as we go to Psalms 23, let's grab a water break and go over this question. What are presumptuous sayings? Those are sayings that I believe presumptuous mean you know better. Let me check it out. Presumptuous. Let's check this out. I think that's something you know better, not something you just guessing at. Let's check it out. It is something. It is a reason, evidence of a probability. So those are presumptuous sayings mean you, like she said, like Sister Miller said, mean willing to. You know it's not right. I could say it's almost like premeditated. You know it's not right. You know what you're doing. And so you made a conscious effort to go after this. So you made that conscious effort. It was deliberate. Good word there by our First Lady. Deliberate. The pastor said willing. All right. That's right. So you knew about it. All right. All righty. Good question there. So you know better. You know better. All right. All right. Let's get ready to pull up our questions here from Psalms 23. If y'all are ready, you done got your water break and everything. Here comes our question from Psalm 23. He said, the Lord is my what? The Lord is my what? All right. We are family. We work together. The Lord is my what? A, shield. B, shepherd. C, fortress. D, defense in time of trouble. All right. All right, the pastor got in on that one there. He got ahead of the First Lady. And the First Lady got with him with shepherd. And down the court, the pastor and the First Lady go with shepherd. And here comes Sister Glenza. They passes it to her, who passes it to Cousin Shirley, who got it stole by Sister Glenza. Sister Glenza says shield. So the Lord is my shield. Down the court, she going with shield. She's going between her legs and behind her back, everything with shield. But then all of a sudden she changed. First Lady came in there and she got with her. Said, it is shield. The Lord is my shield. All right then. And here comes Pastor White. Said, the Lord is my shepherd. All right, there you go. All right, the Lord is my shepherd. Down the court, she going with shepherd. All right, is this another slam? Is this a slam? The Lord is my shepherd. That is correct. That is correct. Way to slam it on that one. That's an excellent show of skills there. The Lord is my shepherd. All right. Let's get ready to head down the court. All right. There goes Sister Melody. The Lord is my shepherd. All right. He's yours too. He's mine too. All right. Next question say he leads me where? He leads me A, beside the still waters, B, through golden meadows, C, through this life, D, to my testimony. All right. Y'all heavy hitters. He leads me where? No, I ain't giving y'all. I ain't making it that easy on y'all. And there go the pastor, takes off down the court. He said with still waters. Down the court, the pastor go with still waters, and he passes it to the First Lady with still waters. Back to the pastor, who passes it to Sister Glenzy with still waters. He lead me beside the still waters. Are we all in agreement? With still waters, he passes it back to the First Lady, who passes it back to Sister Glenn, who goes behind her back around, twisting in all kind of ways, and she passes it back to the pastor with still waters. He leads me beside the still waters. Are we all in agreement with still waters? Cousin Shirley got in there with still waters. Are we all in agreement with still waters? He leads me beside the still waters, and she passes to Sister Glenza to the pastor, passes it back to the pastor, and the pastor passes it to the bishop. Is this a slam with still waters? He leads me beside the still waters. Is this a slam? That is correct. He leads me beside the still waters. Great show of skills there for a slam. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with the next question. It said, though I walk through the valley of what? I will fear no evil. Is it the valley of the Philistines? B, the shadow of death. C, pestilence. Or D, destruction. All right. Though I walk through the valley of what? The Philistines, the shadow of death, pestilence, or destruction. Y'all don't need no multiple choice on that one there. Down the court, the first lady goes with the shadow of death, and she passes to Cousin Shirley. Cousin Shirley passes Sister Melody. Down the court, Sister Melody passes to Sister Glenzie. Y'all some heavy hitters. Y'all don't need no multiple choice on that one. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and here come the pastor with the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Down the court, the pastor goes with the shadow of death, and here comes the bishop in with pestilence, and and they say slam it. But here come the first lady and Sister Glenzie come back with the shadow of death. Is that correct? That is correct. It is the shadow of death. Way to slam it. Great show of skills. He leads me through the valley of the shadow of death. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with the next question. Next question said, thou prepares a table before me in the presence of who? You ain't got no multiple choice. Ain't no A, B, C, or D. Y'all got to give me the answer. Y'all some heavy hitters. Ain't no A, ain't no B, ain't no C, ain't no D. Thou prepares a table before me in the presence of who? And there go the bishop say, hey, no, bishop. The first lady say enemies, and she passes it to Cousin Shirley, and she passes it back to the first lady who goes between her back and passes it to Sister Melody. Sister Melody passes to Sister Glenzie, back to the first lady, back to Sister Glenzie, who passes it to the first lady, back to Sister Glenzie, who passes it to Pastor White. And Pastor White passes it back to Sister Glenzie, who passes back to the first lady. He prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies, who they pass it back to between the first lady and Sister Glenzie. They going back and forth. He passes back and forth they go. And there go the bishop. The bishop say, all right, bishop. He said enemies. He passed Sister Glenzie, who passed to the pastor. Is that correct? That is correct. That is correct. Enemies. All right. Way to slam it on that one. Great show of skills on that one there. All right. Let's get ready to head down the court with the next question. Y'all know these here. He said, this shall follow me all the days of my life. What two things shall follow me all the days of my life did he say? I ain't giving y'all no multiple choice. Y'all some heavy hitters. Come on. What shall follow me all the days of my life? Two things he listed. Come on, y'all. Who heading down the court first on this one there? And that go the first lady, said goodness and mercy. Down the court she go between her legs, and she passes to Sister Melody with grace and mercy. I got what you're saying. Yeah, goodness and mercy. That's that grace of God. Goodness and mercy. They passes it down, and they passes it to Sister Glenzie. Sister Glenzie passes to Pastor White. Pastor White passes it back to the first lady with goodness and mercy. Yes, that's his grace. Both of them together. I know what y'all talking about. Goodness and mercy. Down the court, the first lady goes with goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Y'all some heavy hitters. Y'all don't need no multiple choice. As we head down the court, the pastor takes off down the court, and he passes it back to the first lady, who takes off down the court, and she passes it to the bishop. And the bishop said, grace of God's mercy. All right, that's what it is. I know. That's them two things. His goodness and mercy. That's his grace down the court. Y'all ain't got no conflict with me. I'm with you all the way. And there goes Sister Glenzie, say his goodness and his mercy, and she passes it to Cousin Shirley, and Pastor White says, slam it. Is this a slam? That is a slam. His goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our life. And that brings our Bible basketball to an end here. Great show of skills. We had a fast-paced night tonight. Tonight was a fast paced night. I just want to kind of test y'all skills as we move through that Bible pretty fast. Yo, you guys did real good, and I'd like to thank you all for coming out and playing Bible basketball with us, showing your great skills, fast-paced skill. Y'all didn't need no multiple choice. Y'all know the Word of God, and that's what I'm talking about. Good game, good teamwork. All right, teamwork makes the dream work. So thank you all. Thank you to my cousin Shirley. God bless you. Thank you, Sister Melody, for coming out tonight. God bless you. Thank you to our First Lady, my beautiful wife. God bless you. Thank you, Sister Glenzie, for coming out and being with us tonight. God bless you. Thank you to our own Pastor White for being with it, my associate pastor. God bless you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you to the bishop for coming out and being with us tonight. God bless you, Bishop, for being with us tonight. All right, and all who may peeped in. If I miss anybody, charge it to my eyes and not my heart. But thank you all for coming out and being with us tonight. Great show of skills. Great show of skills by everybody. All right, thank you, Cousin Shirley. You have a great rest of the week. God bless you and your family. All right, everyone have a blessed night and keep God first. Remember, trust the process and keep God first. All right, God bless you all. And if anybody want to join us for prayer in the morning, Pastor White will be on at 6 a.m. in the morning with prayer. So you just call in on this number and get with me and Pastor White and others for prayer in the morning. 408-418-5050, and punch in that ID on your phone, 712-347-pound. Wake up and let's have prayer. All right, God bless you all. Have a blessed night and keep God